Wale Babatunde's visionary leadership has spanned the decades. Over the years, he has preached all over the world, overseen many church plants, authored over 15 books, founded 8 centers, and food banks. Pastor Wale spends time advising international governments and leaders. But now he wants to spend time with you.
Hi, this is Wale Babatunde. I'm the Senior Minister of World Harvest Christian Center International. Did you know that the Church of Jesus has a unique role in changing Nigeria? Yes, you heard me right. The Church of Jesus has a unique role in changing Nigeria. Well, over 2,000 years ago, Jesus stated what the role of the church should be in any society. And he used 2 very, very important things in every society. 2 things that you are aware of, 2 things that are indispensable. Let's hear from the Word of God. Matthew's Gospel, chapter 5. Matthew's Gospel, chapter 5. Jesus says from verse number 13, "You are the salt of the earth. But if the salt loses its flavor, how shall it be seasoned? It is then good for nothing but to be thrown out and trampled underfoot by men." Verse 14, "You are the light of the world. A city that is set on a hill cannot be hidden, nor do they light a lamp and put it under a basket, but on a lampstand, and gives light to all who are in the house." Verse 16, "Let your light so shine before men, that they may see your good works and glorify your Father in heaven." In these few passages, Jesus highlights the role of the church in any society. Jesus says, we are the salt of the earth. We are the light of the earth. Let me ask you a question. What is the purpose of salt? You know, without salt, you can't eat any food. You know, salt is so indispensable. It is the salt that brings taste to our food. It is the salt that brings preservation of things. So if there is a decay in any society, we don't blame the government, we don't blame politicians, we don't blame people, we blame the church. You know, and Jesus goes further. He says, "You are the light." In other words, if there is darkness in any place, the church is to be blamed. You don't need light except there is darkness. You know, the church is only useful when there is darkness. We must stop crying in the nation of Nigeria. Things are dark. This is meant to be the finest hour of the church. Unfortunately, the problem is a lot of Christians and a lot of Christian leaders are unaware of their responsibility in the society. Well, you know, by the grace of God, in the last 27 years of my life, I have ministered in the United Kingdom. I have done a lot of research. I've written 3 primary books about the nation. Great Britain Has Fallen, Awake Great Britain, and the 3rd book, which is here with me, Great Men and Women That Made Great Britain Great. You know what I've discovered? Did you know that Britain is the only nation with the word great before its name? Did you know that everybody wants to run to Britain? Do you know that just a tiny island has so much influence? The English language is spoken everywhere. You know, London is almost the financial capital of the world. A lot of tourists are there. People go for medical checkup. Some of the best educational institutions are in London. Guess what? I found out a secret. The secret to the greatness of the nation was in the hand of Christians. Well, I'm sure you heard me right. It was Christians that made Great Britain great. I began to do a study on the 7th sphere of the society. Into politics, it was politicians, and I mean Christian politicians, that changed the nation. One of them was William Wilberforce, who was the one that led the drive for the abolition of the slave trade. He was a member of MP in Hall. He was a Christian with the Clapham sect. What about the education? If you look at the British educational system, popular education started in the church. Yes, you had me right. Popular education started in the church. You know, Oxford University, Cambridge University, which are one of the most popular educational institutions in the world, was started by Christians. Oxford University used to be a Bible college. You know, King's College University, Eton College, that has produced about 17 prime ministers and presidents, they were all started by Christians. You know, it was Christian. Look at the foremost media house in the world, the BBC. The leader, the first director general was a Christian, Lord Reed. You know, and BBC was dedicated to Christ. Oh, what about the game of football? England gave the game of football to the world, but what we are not told is that it was believers, Christians, that popularized the game of football. Wow, that's right. You know, the game of football was used as a tool to deal with social problems. Christians provided solutions to the problem in the society. You know, some of the biggest, in fact, the biggest chemist in the United Kingdom is Boots Chemist. It was started by a born-again Christian. I'm sure you've seen the Guinness drink before. It was started by Otto Guinness, who was a Christian. The mother of nursing, Florence Nightingale, was a Christian. The father of modern medicine was a Christian. I can go on and on and on and tell you, the people that made Great Britain great were Christians. You know, and God, after 27 years, God has sent me to the nation of Nigeria, to the capital city. God has given me a prototype of how the church can engage the society. We are going to be training people in every sphere of the society with the mandate to change our society, with the mandate to do away with the present status quo, with the mandate to minister to the poor in our society. So, I want to encourage you as you are listening to me. These are some of the things that you are going to be hearing every Sunday at World Harvest Christian Center. You know, 93 Aminu Kano. It's 805 restaurant, 9 o'clock every Sunday. These are some of the things you are going to be listening to. And I want to welcome you, whoever you are. I want to welcome you to one of our services, and I can guarantee you your life will never remain the same again. Welcome to the family of World Harvest. The Lord bless you. Bye-bye.